welcome back. Today we're going to talk about what my first year at university was like. I think that's a pretty good place to start, in my opinion. Um, let's turn it down because then I can't hear myself speak. Um, my first year at university. One thing that I always thought. What can I? Oh, okay. One thing that I always thought that would happen when you went to university was that after moving away from high school, everyone's, what do you call it? Those clicky niche groups, the popular group, the nerd group. I thought all that would like abolish themselves. I thought, like, damn. I always thought that kind of stuff would, I don't know how to explain it, at least die down, but that never really happened. In fact, it just reinforced whatever was already, because you'll notice that a lot of these cliques that already were in high school, they just get stronger because there's no teachers, there's no parents around to, I guess, keep an eye out on the kids. So I don't know, they just kind of get reinforced, and it never really changed, really, like, at all. I'm actually planning to do this, by the way. Oh, never mind, I didn't actually write it down. Yeah, but I don't know, just what was I on about? Yeah, the cliques and groups, right? Yeah, no, I thought that would like die down, but no, that never really happened at all, really. Uh, a lot of the, especially because the way it works in the country that I'm from, is that you usually the normal progression would be you graduate from high school, and then after that you go to university. And when you go to university, usually the culture is that you would, at least at the university that I went to, that I go to, you would. What the fuck? Oh, I thought I got hit by something. The culture would be that you would stay at what they would call a residential college, or I think it would be a dorm room in America. And that place would cater to your. It would cater to your food, your accommodation, obviously, Wi-Fi, the whole. You just live there, basically. Big ass high school, and of course, everyone has the same structured meal times and the same. There's still some resemblance of structure that was that high school had, and I guess because of that, or maybe partly due to that, people just never really changed from high school. And very quickly after all the ice breaking, like we call them O week, orientation week, or open week, after all the ice breaking games to make everyone not so awkward around each other, people quickly found, like, within the span of like a month, basically, people found and solidified the groups. And the groups were basically the same, like the drama, the gossiping, like, nothing changed. Like, I don't, I try my best to not get involved in that kind of stuff, and I never did. But a lot of my friends, this is just one of the perks of being an introvert friends with extroverts, is that a lot of your extrovert friends will just supply you with all of the drama. It's great, and you don't have to lift a finger. But yeah, just a whole lot of drama happens, a whole lot of just due to gossiping usually. It's just so dumb, but yeah, it all happens. And I thought, I don't know, I guess I was just a little disappointed that that level of, well, I thought it was childish, but I guess even at an adult age, and like I guess that's what workplace politics are, right? Like it's just a whole lot of nonsense, really. But yeah, that was, I think, the first point that I wanted to touch on. Just shenanigans, really. The second point, I think, I have these written down, by the way, because, I don't know, I feel like the last video was scripted, and I did like how that video turned out, but the thing is, I feel like Minecraft does pretty well when... Minecraft videos, or at least the style that I'm trying to go for, I feel like it feels better when it's a bit more authentic and a little bit more rough, more raw. So this one will be very lightly edited, if at all. You know, I could just record, slap it on, which I might just do, you know, because at that point, all you guys get to work with is just your boy's personality. What was it on about? Second point I wanted to talk about was, yeah, it's a little, like, on the other end of of the clicks and stuff, it's a little easier. Oh shit. You bloody bastard. Hi. Oh, you gotta be kidding, bro. Just getting dogged on. Damn. What was I talking about before I was rudely interrupted? It's a little easier to make friends in university, which is a little bit contradictory. Well, not contradictory, but it kind of explains why the cliques form. It's a little easier in my case because I moved to university coming from a very small town, like very small, like the kind of small that like everyone knows everyone, you know, or at least you will know someone that knows someone, and before long you would have connected with everyone in the town. Like, it's a very small place, and because of that, it's a very small number of people, and of course people have very different personalities, so it's very hard to find someone you can truly gel with well, because you actually like them and not because of just vicinity and they're just near you, and so that's why you're friends, you know. And going to university, of course, you're just well, first of all, wanting to go to university is already a really big filter that filters out plenty of people already, because you obviously want higher education, right? That you can't say that for everyone, but I feel like most, or like a significant amount of people, go to university and share that same motivation that you do. So you end up going, I guess. And on top of that like-mindedness, a lot of people, there's a lot of people, like just as many people there, and oh fuck, there's just plenty of people there already, and sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, because I don't know, this is kind of my first time doing this kind of thing unscripted, so I'm struggling a little bit, but whatever, dude. There's more people, and thus more chances to find someone that you gel with naturally, so I'm lucky to have been given the opportunity to flat with a friend. Flatting, by the way, if you don't know what that is basically renting a house with someone, a student usually, to cut down on costs, because we're all broke, usually broke. But yeah, no, I found a good set of friends in university that love the same niche nerdy hobbies that I do. That is, you know, gaming. I like watching TV shows, anime, you know, I enjoy cooking, I like going to the gym, you know, these guys do those things with me, and it's pretty neat. I would never be able to find those kind of people in my hometown, Kind of sad, but it's true. Hmm. I think I think talking about what finding a flat, like what that process looks like, because in your first year, that's kind of like a mysterious kind of thing. It's just mysterious. It's kind of unknown territory. But all it is basically finding a home. If you're in like a normal functioning adult, that'll be very boring. But I don't know. I found it interesting. The whole process was essentially um, going onto websites or looking at actual billboards and posters, and it'll list the house, and you simply hit up the landlord or property manager and ask if it's available for a viewing, and you go to the house in person, check it out, see what it's like, you know, and then after the fact you are able to fill out an application form or write one up, and at that point it's just a matter of getting shortlisted for a little interview with the property manager or landlord, and then bada bing bada boom, yeah. um you get in. And then you pay your bond and everything. But I think the most interesting part of finding a flat in the first place, um, is is the well is the act of finding people to flat with. And this goes back to the whole being at a residential college or dorming, because you make friends there. Naturally, a lot of people that meet each other in those dorms will end up flatting together, usually, and that's what I did. And I don't know what to tell you, man. That's just how it works out. But of course, unless you lived in the same building as the people you're choosing to flat with, it's a little difficult to gauge what their living habits are like. But I was pretty lucky. The people that I flat with right now, they all have their own quirks, but for the most part, they're all pretty clean people. And in my opinion, like, my threshold is pretty low. Like, I don't care what you're like in terms of your character. Like, I could absolutely hate your political and religious beliefs. Not that I would hate anyone for them alone, but like, I could just severely disagree with them. But if you were just a clean, normal person and not a slob, I'll live with you, bro. Like, yeah, it's pretty chill. Nothing crazy. Hmm. I hope I'm not getting sick. I can feel my throat getting a little bit more sandpaper-like whenever I try to swallow my saliva or something, but that just might be because of the food I ate this evening. Ooh, yeah. I think my next point that I wanted to talk about was the act of time management when you move to university, or just moving out in general. Um, I mean, in high school, everything's structured for you. You know what I mean? Like, you have class time, and then you have lunch time, and it's very orderly and very obviously laid out. But when you move to university, the all the order you get is just your class timetable, your lectures, your labs, your tutorials. That's it. Other than that, you're left on your own to figure that out. And it's a little jarring to when you first start, but I've always enjoyed it. Even in high school, I liked my day structured, so it wasn't anything new to me specifically. But I know a lot of people who it was new to them, and after contemplating on it, I mean, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It's literally something you just never had to do in high school. Even in primary school, it wasn't really something you had to do. But yeah. And then uh, after figuring out, oh, I actually do have to figure out a way to manage my time properly while I'm here, moved out and all. But now it's a question of how, what tools will you use to manage your time? And um, I found a lot of the people here at the university that I go to, they choose Google Calendar, and I mean, fair enough. Super. I mean, like who doesn't have some sort of? I think everyone has a Google account. Like I don't. If you are under the age of 30 and you unironically have a freaking Yahoo email or or an Outlook that isn't for work or school, or you have like a Hotmail for, oh, God forbid you have a Hotmail, um, that's crazy, right? Like I think most people have a Google account, and I don't know. Google Calendars is super duper easy to, just straightforward. I mean, a lot of people use Apple Calendar, iCalendar. I should know this. I own an iPhone, but I don't use it. I don't use the calendar on it. But yeah, Google Calendar is what I ended up landing on. But it wasn't enough because I needed to figure out a way to, how do I explain it? To outline what tasks I needed to get done that day, like seriously. And the answer came pretty clearly, and that is just make a to-do list, bro. And that's what I did, and I just used Microsoft To Do, and it has an app on your phone for free, and it just syncs up beautifully. Holy crap, that rhymed. But that's what I did, really. And it's been working pretty well. I figured out that it works best when I list out my tasks from urgency and then importance. So whatever's most urgent gets my priority for the day, and then whatever's next important, most important, will get my priority next. But usually tasks will be a combination of the two, and you just have to gauge it. So for example, deadlines that are on 2 weeks will not take precedence over a quiz I have to, I guess, lightly review for the next day. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think another thing I want to talk about is being the odd one out in a student culture that thrives off alcoholism and club culture. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just something that I don't find particularly attracted to, both in people and just the activity itself. Like I don't like I said, I'm an introvert, so that's like literally the last place I want to be. And that's not to say I'm like socially awkward or anything. Like I did a lot of public speaking stuff during my high school years, and I was the head prefect for high school and stuff, and did a lot of stuff at like the Rotary Club. So it wasn't like I was scared to talk. It was just a matter of like just wisely choosing what to use my energy for, because like talking to people, like the analogy that I learned, like when I first learned what an introvert and extrovert was, never mind, what an introvert and extrovert was, the analogy that I was presented with was that an extrovert will start their day with like a full battery, and with each interaction they have with another human soul, we'll take a chunk out of that battery. That doesn't mean that introverts don't value human connection or anything. It just takes energy out of us. That's it. That's just it. There's no other assumption. Extroverts are the opposite. They start their day with a low battery, and with every interaction they have, they fill that tank up. And that's why they enjoy talking to people, because it literally gives them energy, which I find insane. But to each their own, literally. Bruh. Why is this? What? Go. But I say I'm the odd one out because, or like people like me are the odd one out because the entire student population, well, it feels like the entire student population, I'm sure it actually isn't, just goes out every weekend and they club and they get just pissed drunk and vomit everywhere. I mean, that's just gross, bruh. Like, come on, man. I find it gross, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean I find the people who do it gross. I just find just the activity a little gross. But that's just my opinion. I mean, you can hate me for it, but it'd be kind of dumb to hate someone for having an opinion. But I think, oh, look at that. The walls are done. That's weird looking. Haha, he died. Yeah, and personally, I like to spend my free time being a homebody, or hobbies that require little to no social interaction. That is, I love to go out and go for walks in nature like this, or like on Friday after I finished my exams, I went out on a walk for about 5 hours up a hill. It was like a actual hike. It was fun, tiring but very fun. And that was okay. No! Why are you guys in here? That is so random. I'm not even gonna joke with you. But yeah, it's just everyone else around me is just doing that, and I choose not to. And I mean, most people, it's not like I've had a negative experience with people telling me that, like asking me, oh Chad, what are you gonna do this weekend? And I'll tell them, oh, I'm just gonna go for a hike, or I'm just gonna chill out at home or something. And no one's ever given me flack for it, which is super lovely and awesome. Bare minimum, by the way, but still, it's lovely and awesome. And then like, no one's giving me shit for it, is what I'm saying. But yet, just hearing that the norm is this and that, and you're simply not doing what's normal, it doesn't hurt per se, but it gives you some form of reaction. It makes you feel some sort of way. And I don't know what kind of way that is, but I feel it. But, I pride myself off the fact that, like, I don't feel sad, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily feel, like I'm missing out or FOMO or anything. I don't know. It's just the simple notion that you're in the minority. But that shouldn't be surprising to me. I mean, my race and my skin color and the country I'm in just makes me a minority just in general. Please go away. So it's not anything I'm new to per se, but it's just, it's different because my race is something I can't control, so that's whatever, I don't care. But the hobbies I do choose to do, that's something I choose to do because I like it. And I'm not normal because of it. Just something to think about. I don't actually really care. I'm gonna forget about it in like half a second, so it's fine. It's just cope. That's what it is, isn't it? Love this mod, by the way. Freaking great invention. On a lighter note, I'm so happy I found a gym, because before going to university I used to just I bought a pull-up bar at home, and I bought the pull-up bar has dip handles as well, and I'm so happy that after 3 years of doing that, the university provides us with free, it's not really free, but you don't have to pay every time you go to the gym or every week or whatever. It's covered under your student fee that you pay at the beginning of your academic year, or sorry, at the beginning of your degree. And it's just kind of cool that I don't know, I go to the gym and it's free. All I gotta do is scan my ID card and that's it. It's wonderful. And it's great. It's been great going to the gym. It's honestly like it's such a good hobby, and I highly recommend it to literally anyone. Like, it doesn't even, like, don't get caught up in gym culture. Like the whole, like, yes, no pain, no gain. Like, you actually do need to work hard, but don't get obsessive over like going like 3-5 times per week, and you gotta do this exact exercise. Just go in and do something that you like to do, but push yourself. But that's it. Like, literally, the average person actually doesn't care. The average person doesn't really care what you like actually look like, and if they do, then they're not the average person and just a chronically online incel degenerate that has nothing better to do with their life other than look at other dudes and judge them. Kind of gay. Nothing wrong with being gay, but you know, you're acting like a sexuality that you're not if you're straight. Yeah, I just appreciate going to the gym. Oh, it's not even nighttime. But anyway, that's all I got to talk about. I don't even know if I'm going to edit this. I think I'm just going to post it as is, because it's was pretty chill, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.